Okay guys, welcome back. We are in the garden again because we have some more planting to do. Today we are finally planting up all of the pepper plants that we've started from seed. So let's go check them out. But before we get started, if you're new here, hi guys, my name is Marsha the Blackthumbgardener and I live in Ontario, Canada, Zone 5B, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe, and if you're returning, welcome back and thank you so much for supporting my channel. Now let's get started. Okay guys, take a look at these peppers. Aren't they gorgeous? We started these peppers on February 21st. We started them pretty early. And if you want to see how I started these peppers, why they look so good, and why I started them so early, I'll link the video below so you can go back and take a look. But guys, so excited to finally be planting these today. Okay, so I'm going to be planting these peppers in my main garden area, and I'll flip the camera around and show you exactly where I'm putting them today. So this is my main raised bed garden area where I plant most of my vegetables. Now we have two tall raised beds that we've reserved for our peppers exclusively. So this is where we're going to plant our sweet peppers, and then down here in this raised bed is where we're going to plant all of our hot peppers. Guys, we have 28 peppers here. We have started a few varieties of sweet and hot peppers, and I want to go through them so I can sort them as well before we start planting. So I'm going to start off with this side right here. We have the early jalapeno pepper. If you live in a cold climate like I do, then you definitely want to grow something like this. Next, we have the sweet banana pepper. Now, I have tried growing this one from seed before without success, and the plant looks really good. So I'm really happy with the growth so far. So we're going to keep this in the sweet pepper bed, and the early jalapeno we're going to put in the other bed. I'm just going to put it to the side. Next, we have the tequila sunrise pepper. Guys, I am really excited about this one. Again, you'll see the picture right here. Now, this one is also a sweet pepper. I tried growing this last year without success, so I'm really happy that the plant is looking so good right now. And I think starting the peppers early in February really makes a huge difference. This entire time they have been growing in my grow room, and I'm really excited to see how much I get out of these plants. Now, the next one that we have on the list is my favorite. Again, I have a Jamaican background, so this one is definitely a must in my garden, and that is Scotch bonnet pepper. I use Scotch bonnet peppers pretty much every week in my cooking, so this one is definitely a staple. So we're going to put this one over here. Next, we have, if you are growing sweet peppers, you know, in the past I've grown California Wonders, but recently I've changed over to King of the North. Guys, if you want a beautiful, massive sweet pepper, definitely try King of the North. So we're going to keep that over here. Next, guys, is something that I love growing every year because I like making sauce out of it, and that is a Thai chili pepper. I love making a sweet Thai chili sauce every year, and I use that in my cooking, and this one is definitely a must in your garden. If you want something that's spicy and you love to cook, definitely try the Thai chili pepper. So we're going to keep that over here. All right, there's so many things here. Woo. Ooh. Okay, so this one is new to me this year. I was at one of the garden centers. I can't remember which one I was at. I think it was Vandermeer's, and I ran into the representative for West Coast Seed, Rad. I keep running into him every year, but he recommended the Arapaho pepper. I believe this is a cayenne pepper. Look at that. Look how good it looks. What do we have next? Okay, so this one was a struggle for me this year growing from seed, and I had to restart it, and then it finally took. That is the red habanero pepper. Now, I will use both Scotch bonnet and red habaneros interchangeably when I cook. If I don't have Scotch bonnet, I'll use red habanero. But guys, you can't have too many hot peppers. Just look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to put that in my hot pepper pile. Oh, what do we have? Ooh, this one. This one is exciting. So next we have the paprika pepper. Now, I love growing paprika pepper because I dehydrate it and then I use it for seasoning. And if you want to make your own paprika pepper or your own cayenne pepper, you can grow this one. I think this goes into the hot pepper pile. Sweet pepper? Is it a hot or sweet? I'm not sure. I'm going to figure that out. And then what else do we have? Okay. We have a new one this year. West Coast Seeds sent me out some seeds to trial in my garden. And over the past few months, I've been sharing exactly which seeds I've been starting from that selection. And one of the seeds is this pepper variety. This is new to me. This is called Candy Cane Chocolate Cherry. Honestly, guys, I've had too many plants that are candy coated chocolate cherry, coated chocolate cane. I'm so confused, but this one is called Candy Cane Chocolate Cherry Pepper. Look at that. The leaves, guys, they're variegated. Look at that. Have you ever grown a pepper with variegated leaves? Now, this pepper is beautiful because it's striped like a candy cane. Yeah, that is what I'm growing this year. Look at this. So gorgeous. I was completely surprised that this pepper actually had variegated leaves. And when I saw that, I was like, yes, absolutely yes. So this goes into my sweet pepper pile. And then, ooh, guys, I got so much. Then we have the Sunset Mix pepper. I've had these seeds for a while. Again, I haven't had success growing this one in the past, but they're looking healthy. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't think I've said this one before. Nope. This one is new. All right, what else do we have? Ooh, King of the North, Sunset, Paprika, Scotch Bonnet we've done, Red Habanero, Tequila Sunrise. Yeah, guys, these are all the pepper varieties. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm trying to do this. 11 pepper varieties I've started this year from seed, and they are all looking fantastic. So when it comes to growing peppers, there are 3 things that you need to keep in mind. Number 1 is the temperature. You want to make sure that the nighttime temperatures are above 10 degrees Celsius, ideally higher than that. And you want to make sure that the soil temperature is at least 15 degrees Celsius. This is where having a soil thermometer is very handy. Now, I'm not saying that you can't plant your peppers at lower temperatures, but what may happen is that your plants may struggle and it may take longer for it to get to the fruiting phase rather than planting it at the right time. Number 2 is the location. Where you plant your peppers is very important because you want to make sure that you're planting your peppers in a full sun location. That means a place that gets at least 6 hours of sun and afternoon sun ideally. Now I'm planting my peppers in my main raised bed garden, and this area gets at least 6 to 8 hours of afternoon sun. This is the sunniest spot in my garden, so this is where I'm planting my peppers. Tip number 3 is around watering. You want to make sure you're watering your pepper plants consistently and deeply. Ideally, watering your pepper plants at the base will help to avoid any disease issues. So to pinch or not to pinch, that is the question. Now, I know this is a very controversial topic and some gardeners like to pinch their peppers and others do not. I think it depends on a few things. Number 1, where you live. Now, if you live in an area that has a short growing season, let's say zone 5 and below, then you might not want to pinch your peppers because you may not get a harvest. It takes a very long time for peppers to grow, which is why I start them in February. And if you pinch your peppers, that may be eliminating your harvest for the entire season. Number 2, it depends on which type of pepper you're pinching. The idea of pinching peppers is to remove the leader stem so that your plant is forced to bush out and create new stems and new leaves. Ideally, this would create more fruiting and then you would get more peppers as the end result. Now, if you're pinching hot pepper plants, which tend to have smaller fruits, then that's completely fine to create a bushier plant. Now, if you're pinching sweet peppers, that could become problematic because you're creating a bushier plant, so that leaves less space for the fruit to actually grow bigger. And also having a bushier plant can also lead to disease issues. Now in the past, generally I have not pinched my peppers, and that's usually because I start my peppers pretty late in the season. This year I started my peppers in February, and I've decided to go ahead and pinch them. Now it does take a few weeks for your peppers to recover once they've been pinched, which is generally why it's not recommended if you live in a colder climate. I'm kind of on the fence with this one, but let me know in the comments what you do in your garden. Do you pinch your pepper plants, both sweet and hot, or just hot pepper plants? So now it's time to plant. So in each planting hole, I'm adding some ProMix granular fertilizer. I would add worm castings too, but I don't have it with me back here, and I've already amended this bed. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below as well.
You pulling me closer, but don't waste your time. Don't have any time for all your empty lies. I used to think that you were only mine, but I was blinded by a shallow light. I'll call your friends, I'll let them know that I'm so done with the tragic boys. Tonight I'll get into my zone. I'll dance until the tears are gone. No time for bad love, bad love, bad love. I'm dancing all these tears away.
Now just a quick note about how I plant these pepper plants. Now I'm just planting them up to the level of soil they were in the containers. I'm not burying the stems. Unlike with tomato plants where you tend to bury the stems, I don't do that with pepper plants. All right guys, let's go get these hot peppers planted.
I'm dancing all these fears away. Don't need it.
Okay guys, we are done planting our hot pepper plants as well. Time to clean all of this up and water everything in. So right now my peppers are being companion planted with herbs like thyme, oregano. I have parsley on the other side and celery. I have carrots in both of the beds. I have spinach in both of the beds, and I'll also be adding tomatoes to each bed along the trellis. What I will not be planting my peppers beside are things like brassicas. I've dedicated an entire brassica bed to the other side of my garden, as well as beans and also fennel. Guys, our peppers have been finally planted in the garden, and I am so excited. I cannot wait to share the harvest with you. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.